Hi everyone! By the end of this video, you'll learn how to have sex while you're grieving. Stay tuned until the end for my favorite sex tips while grieving. Hit subscribe and the bell to catch a new video each Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm Amanda Pashuko. I'm the owner of Life Coaching and Therapy, a group private practice. I'm known as a sex healer for the 10 years of work that I've done with individuals and couples with trauma and healing and sexuality. People have asked me numerous times, how do you have sex again after death of a loved one? So I'm making this video for you. Step 1, time consideration. If you have just lost someone, I know you're here today because you're looking for solutions. I just wanted to say, first of all, though, I'm so sorry for your loss. This must be very difficult, so I appreciate your bravery for being here today. This video is for you, and it is to teach you how to get back to parts of you that feel more sensual and sexual. Here's an important tip, though. When it comes to licensed psychotherapists, there is not going to be a therapist that tells you that you ought to get over this faster than 4 months. 4 months is a typical amount of time for humans to grieve. So if it's right when someone has passed away in the first 4 months, take some patience, take some consideration, take time for yourself. Give yourself that consideration that it's okay to grieve, it's okay to be in loss, and you don't need to jump to having sex with someone immediately. Some people may, however, some people will take at least those 4 months to get back to more of a sense of themselves because the loss cuts so deep. Step 2, I'd have a mental health check-in. So, if you aren't taking medications, aren't seeing a therapist, that's okay. I would consider this to be the time to go find one though. Maybe see an APRN to see if there's any types of medications that can help for the meantime. Going to see a therapist who will help you process the grief and loss and adjustment. And if an APRN or a therapist aren't within your budget or within your comfort zone, start to ask other friends or family members if you have their consent to work or talk with them about the loss, because consent is important. Express as much as you can consensually. If others are allowing you to sing, dance, or express yourself, this is positive. Step 3, physical health. If you haven't heard of this, emotions follow motion, especially if you're moving around your hips and like dancing. Sometimes that helps you move through difficult emotions faster than just crying would. Crying is acceptable, yelling, writing. As long as you do these things without causing an impact or negative harm to others, these are all things that you can be doing to help you with your grieving. Getting all of these things out, especially in the physical body, will allow you to get to the point that you want to be so that you can start to have sex again. Because sex is of the mind, the emotions, and of the body. So, starting to express yourself physically either by writing, yelling, dancing, singing, starting to use your body for expression will help you get back to your sense of sexual self. If you can, get a naturopath and get a personal trainer. If you're able, having a personal trainer to hold you accountable and having a doctor that checks for different blood levels, different supplements in your body, these are all things that could help you. If you guys are honest with yourselves, how much are you doing physical exercises? If this is after 4 months after the death of a loved one, how much are you moving your body? If it's within the first 4 months, have some compassion for yourself. Next step, using music while trying to have sex again. Sometimes you might get stuck. What does that mean? You might get more in your head. So if you put on music or a playlist or a sound machine, it's something to keep you in the moment, engaged with your body instead of going deep into your thoughts. Check out the Sex Healer playlist on Spotify. Yes, I'm biased. However, I think that these lists will help you to get in the mood during your sexual liaisons. Also, dancing with your partner can be foreplay. Don't rule it out. If you're having difficulty dancing to music, notice if this difficulty crosses over into sex. Is there a part of you that holds back or doesn't lean in and pulls out and leans out of the couple, that gets kind of anxious or nervous? Just take note of it. And if you're terrible at dancing, don't worry about it. Get a massage table or do massages with a partner. Something to get in your body and out of your mind. Again, the idea is that we want to have sex after grieving, after the death of a loved one. So we want to be able to do things that safely put us back into our body with a partner. Even if it's a first date, you can dance, you can massage, you can do some of these things with people you don't know, as long as that there is trust. Sometimes if you know someone through someone else, the trust is higher. If you met someone on Tinder and you don't have any connection to them, the trust might be lower. That makes sense. My favorite tip of all, tip 5. If you do not want pleasure and you do not feel like orgasming and you're in a partnered relationship, encourage your partner to have more solo sex. Encourage your partner, if you're willing, to have solo sex near you. Be willing to talk about sex and explain why you're not interested versus making it about your partner and shaming them for asking you. Their desire for sex is not unnormal. It is natural, but it's also natural when we're grieving to not really have desire for sex. So there's a collaboration to find. Pleasure is healing, so doing things like just eye gazing with your partner can be really healing. Like you gaze at them, left eye to left eye, and they're looking at you. And this isn't sexual, but at least keeps an intimacy going. And from there, we can flow into other things if that feels comfortable. If it doesn't, again, focusing on them having pleasure with or without you, if you're able to do so, would be a huge win for a couple. And it is normal to grieve with pleasure. Right now, one of my mentors, Betty Dotson, is teaching just that as she is dying, she wants women who are inspired by her to grieve her transition into the afterlife by going into pleasure. If you want to know more about our last suggestion, because that feels odd, of course, download our pleasure practice e-guide as a thank you just for watching. And there's an awesome white paper on the benefits of sex if you're interested in that. Also, go below to the link and we will get you information on how to get it. I release a new video Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Amanda Pashuko. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, and the bell. Say hi on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube at The Sex Healer. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.